Ryan Simon here, coming to you from Three Dragons Sports Bar in Hoi An with our tips for week 2 of finals in the Aussie rules.
Semi-final
Semi-finals.
time. So this is knockout time. Everything's knockout from here all the way through.
Yeah, week 1 was exciting. Not that many close games apart from the Sydney one. But
Yeah, I think apart from the Cats, everything kind of went as I thought it would. The Cats were definitely, I think, the team that stepped up and have kind of like planted themselves almost at the top there. That was a great win, but yeah, the rest of it I thought fairly went to order. Giants and Swans very close.
Yeah, I mean Giants shoulda, coulda, woulda won that one. They kicked a bit more straight.
Yeah.
That was a great game. That was probably the best game I had of the 4 last week. But yeah, Friday starting things off. Port getting a second bite of the apple down in Adelaide, but they're up against the Hawks.
Yeah, Port very disappointing. Home final up against the Cats and just got outclassed. Talking there was some maybe bad decisions on players playing that game, 1 or 2. But the Hawks, I've been on them for a while. I like the way they play. Brash. Young team. Nothing to fear. They're going to go over there. They're hungry, and I think that the Hawks will keep their roll on and show that they have been one of the, if not the best formed team in the last 2 months. So
yeah, I mean they were pretty impressive against the Bulldogs. I mean the Bulldogs weren't great. I expected a bit more from the Bulldogs, but the Hawks were just too good.
Impressive.
And Port, I don't know how he come back from getting smacked by 84 points in
Tough.
a home final.
Yeah, tough.
And I mean they didn't really have any answers. And
interesting, the Hawks here on Sportsbet are definitely favourites.
I mean they should be. I fully expect the Hawks to go down there.
Second playing 7th. It's not usual that you're going to say that. That the second place team in the whole comp at home is not favourite to the 7th place team.
But I reckon
that's a bit of a shock.
I reckon Port are pretty much done. I don't see them turning this one around. I'll be very surprised if they manage to turn this around and come up. They might not get flogged by 80 points, but I reckon the Hawks will put 30, 40 on them pretty comfortably. Port just looked like they had no idea. They had no concept, no nothing. They had there might be 5 minutes of good footy in them, and that was about it. And if the Cats kicked a bit more straight, they could have beaten them by 100 plus in a bloody final. That's Port's just not good enough. And I reckon that might cost Hinkley his job. If you look at their recent finals, it's
yeah, especially finishing year second and then getting bounced out straight sets,
and probably both by huge margins as well.
With home finals, like coming second, double, and where you've got the double home finals to be bounced out. That's that shouldn't happen. So.
I mean, God knows, they might turn it around and somehow beat the Hawks. I don't see it happening. I think Hawks will win this one very comfortably, and then all of a sudden we got the Hawks in a prelim.
Right. I think,
would be against the Swans, yeah? Yes.
Yeah.
Sure no, it will be against the Swans.
Okay.
So we'd get
I know people
Hawks
have talked about
prelim.
People talked about Cats Hawks.
Cats Hawks final would be
a bit of history in that. So
Cats Hawks grand final would be brilliant.
So I'm going to tip the Hawks to get a good win over there and keep their march on.
Yeah.
So, all right, second game, Saturday. Giants at home to the Lions. Giants coming off a disappointing loss, close game. Missed a couple of opportunities and let the Swans back in, really. They had all their chances to win that game.
Yeah, I mean, in the first half of the game, They were all over them. Like they had them completely outclassed. Swans looked like they were going to get blown off the park, and the game looked like it was going to go the way of the previous two games, pretty much, where one team just didn't turn up, and then I'm not sure what exactly happened. It kind of looked like, I mean, part of it was definitely that Heaney just turned up and was like, nah, we're not having any of this, and he just turned up and fired everybody up, and he had some massive moments.
And I think teams can get a little bit comfortable in front sometimes as well, and then all it takes is that one or two players.
I mean, the thing is, even though they had all the possession, all the pressure, they missed a few easy kicks and didn't really put enough scoreboard pressure on. So the lead wasn't that big, and then Sydney managed to run them down.
Yeah.
I reckon the Giants, disappointing loss, but I think very good performance.
Yeah,
despite the loss,
team.
I was impressed.
The Lions, started amazing. I think they were 9 straight. Before the Blues had a little run there. I mean, the Lions dominated the first half. Absolutely dominated. It was a training run. Second half, they let them back in, and I think that's that sort of thing. You're up by 60 points pretty much, or 50, and then,
I mean, they're up by 60 at some point.
60, and then they had a goal scored against them, 2 goals scored against them just before half time to bring it back down to 48 points or something like that. And so they took the foot off the gas a little bit in that third quarter before they, really jumped, took it up another gear, the Lions, and then, took it home. So, I don't know if you can read too much into that little middle period there where the Lions switched off. I don't think they can afford to do that against the Giants. I think the Giants are good enough to come back. So it's going to be a lot closer for the Lions this game. I'm going to still tip the Lions to get an away win. I think that the last couple of months' form has been a little bit better from the Lions. So I'm just going to go just a little bit off my perceived form. So
no, I think Giants at home, I think their whole game just looks a bit more crisp. Like the Lions are a bit patchy at times. They're good, but they're not. I don't know.
I think they've got the team there. I think they've got
the team.
I think they got one of the best teams in the whole comp. So I think if they're on
but I don't know. I think Giants are one of the teams I look at and go, yeah, they'll have a good crack at winning the whole thing. The Lions, I'm still a bit lukewarm on. I'm like, they're good, but they're
right
not.
Right time of the year for the Lions. They played finals footy already last year and the year before. I think they're primed and prepped for a good solid run into this campaign. And I think they'll get a close win. Might only be a couple of goals in it. But I think it's probably only a couple of goals in it either way. But I'm landing on the Lions.
I'm going Giants for this one, and then we'll see. Winner of this one plays the Cats at the G in a prelim. So it's going to be Hawks Cats Grand Final is still on.
Yeah, maybe.
I'd love that one.
Couple of games to get there first.
A while to go, but we'll see.
All right, so there's our tips for the second week of the finals, the semi-finals.
Yeah, enjoy your footy. Good luck with your tips. We'll see you next week.